Guys, ever wondered how movies make 3D text stick perfectly to a moving shot? Well, in this video you will learn how to camera track your footage and add realistic 3D text in After Effects. Alright, so let's jump in. So first create a new composition and then adjust your width and height. In my case I'm using a 4K footage, so I'll change it to 3840 by 2160. Now go to this 3D renderer and set this from Classic 3D to Cinema 4D. Now import your footage inside your composition. Let's first trim the footage, so I will start around 2 seconds and I will end this footage around this 6 seconds. Now guys, in order to camera track this footage, I'll select this footage and I'll go to this animation and I'll click on this track camera. Now this camera tracking will take some time and you can see your progress right here. Now it's done around 2%, so let's wait. Alright guys, so my camera tracking is now complete and let's make these camera track points little bigger so we can see them easily. Now let's say guys, I want to put my text under this bridge or a little before this bridge, so I will choose a point where I can put this text. So guys, in my case this position suits me, so I will choose this position and I will right click and I will create a solid end camera. Now guys, let's make some adjustments with the rotation of this solid, so I will rotate it. And make sure you rotate this using X, Y and Z axis. So the position of this solid is perfect. Let's check it. Now guys, after positioning your solid, right click on your solid and pre-compose it. And then double click on this pre-composed layer and add your text. And now let's decrease its size to fit into this composition. And you can turn off this pink solid layer. And now it's time to make this text 3D. Now first of all, click on this 3D box to make it 3D, and if you don't see this box, you can click on this toggle switches. Now expand this text layer and then expand these geometry options and make this extrusion depth to 100 and change this bevel style from none to angular. Now in order to check if it's 3D or not, you can right click here and then click on new and then click on camera. Don't touch anything and click on OK. Now guys, select your camera layer and go to this option, and now you can rotate and check if it's a 3D or not. Let's keep this camera option on for now, and now we need to add some light to this, so I will right click here and I will click on new and I will click on this light. And make sure you have selected this parallel option, not any other. So right now this light is coming from the front, but you can change it and you can add multiple lights. So I will simply just click on this active camera and I will click on this top view. So this is the direction of my light and I can change it. And let's make a duplicate of this light layer by pressing Ctrl D. You can play with this lighting according to your requirements, so I'm done with lighting for now. So guys, your text is now 3D, and now let's turn off this camera and let's preview what we have made so far. Alright, so this looks fine, and now in order to add some texture to this text, I will go inside this composition again. So guys, this is the texture which I want to give to this text, so I will click on this image layer and I will create a new composition. And I've created this as a new composition, and now I will go back to my main composition and I will go to this pre-composed layer and I will click and drag this composition under all these. Now right click on this composition and click on this environmental layer. As for now, this texture is not applied to this text layer because we need to change a few settings, and to do that we need to expand this text layer and then go to this material options, and in this we need to change this reflection intensity to 100. And this specular shyness to around 50. So guys, this is the text which we have created in 3D space, and this text is also 3D, as you can see the bevels. And now the last thing which I want is to pass this camera from this P letter, so I will adjust its position. And now guys, it's time for the final tip in which we will be changing the scene after passing this P, so I will make a duplicate of this layer. Now guys, on this top layer we need to add a mask, so I will click on it and I will go to this pen tool and I will draw a mask under this, behind this P. Now expand this mask layer and go to this mask and click on this inverted. And now we need to keyframe this mask, so I will expand this mask and I will put a keyframe on this mask path and mask feather. And now we need to change this position of this mask according to our video or letter. Now after keyframing your mask, let's just close this and now import this footage into your timeline. And to make this transition a little more subtle, you can play with the opacity of this layer. So I will decrease its opacity to 0 and put a keyframe, and after a few seconds I will make it 100. That's it guys, your 3D text is now perfectly tracked to your footage. And if this tutorial helped you, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel for more video editing related tips and tricks.